Good morning, Graham School. Hello, my name is Isabella. Today's Monday, April 19th, 2021. Happy day back from spring break. We hope that you had a wonderful time off, but now it's time to get back to your school mindset. Today is National Bicycle Day. This day was founded in 1985 by Thomas Roberts. These vehicles are one of the best forms of transportation that many of us use daily. They're easy to use, environmentally friendly, and fun to ride on. It's a win-win-win. Anyways, try to ride your bike today. If you already did, great job!
Breaking news.
Tonight, Minneapolis on high alert. Windows boarded up. National Guard members on nearly every block, preparing for unrest as the case against ex-officer Derek Chauvin comes to a close.
This moment is of enormous consequence for our city, for our state, and for our nation and our world.
Tomorrow, the jury will hear closing arguments from both sides before their deliberations begin.
A verdict has to be unanimous. So all 12 jurors will have to vote either guilty or not guilty. Any split in the jurors, even one juror who is a holdout for example, not guilty, that results in a hung jury and a mistrial.
From coast to coast, cities are gearing up. NYPD officers not allowed to take time off starting tomorrow. Minneapolis public schools halting in-person learning starting Wednesday, bracing for widespread protests as some 3,000 National Guard members are activated sooner than expected.
We plan for the unexpected. Clearly, even our phases did not account for a specific officer-involved shooting. Just right in the midst of certainly the trial.
That shooting of Daunte Wright sparking 7 straight days of demonstrations in the streets. Adding fuel to the fire, the police shooting of 13-year-old Adam Toledo in Chicago.
Adam, we love you.
All eyes are on this courthouse in Minneapolis.
I have to believe that the nation and frankly the world will be watching this verdict to see if we can...
Megan's with us now. Is there any sense for how long the jury could deliberate?
Well, Kate, jurors can take as little or as much time as needed to try and reach a decision. But legal experts say that when a jury is sequestered, like they will be, they can usually return a verdict much faster. Kate?
Many of you probably know what Levi Stadium is. Since 2014, it has been the home venue for the San Francisco 49ers. Before the pandemic, they hosted many football games, but now it has been turned into a mass vaccination site. Now, it has reached the record for the most vaccinations given in one site in all of California. Last Thursday, they administered 12,000 shots, and this is out of 15,000 possible appointments. That's great news, since the more people are vaccinated, the safer we all will be. Now, it's time for your daily environmental story.
The world is getting warmer, the ice sheets are melting, and natural disasters are becoming more common. How did this all happen? Let's go back in time a little bit. And pause. It's the Industrial Revolution. Look, there's cars, factories, machines, typewriters, a light bulb, and... we're creating a lot of carbon dioxide. And it's making it so that heat can't escape the atmosphere. But who cares? The economy is booming, so some super rich investors are probably smoking a cigar. You know what? I think we should go forward in time. And stop. Whoa, it's 1900s. This is a great time of even more amazing inventions. You got Polaroid cameras, computers, the NES, air conditioners. But hey, what happened to that carbon dioxide problem 50 years ago? Did it just disappear? Unfortunately, the answer was no. No one was really taking notice of climate change in early parts of the 1900s. Even worse, we started to produce even more greenhouse gases as more people got into the middle class. Okay, so why did I just show you all of that, you might be wondering? Was it just a ploy used to waste time and to make this video long enough for Mr. Sayer to give me full credit? Well, partially yes, but during the late 1800s and early 1900s, humans were creating a lot of carbon dioxide. And I mean a lot of carbon dioxide. So much so that the world got about a whole degree hotter, Fahrenheit, in about 10 years. Now, if you're not convinced that a degree, or actually a 2-degree increase in temperature makes that much of a difference, I don't blame you. I didn't believe that it made that much of a difference either, and that's where the problems arise. Because a lot of people don't really care about global warming and climate change, the government also zones it out of existence until something goes catastrophically wrong and the government has to do something. And believe me, the government actually does work that way most of the time. Just take a look at what happened with the coronavirus. So what I need to do is to convince you, the viewers, to take notice of climate change and its deadly powers. So here we go, everything that's bad with climate change, part 1. So yeah, okay, here we go. Number 1, it makes natural disasters more disastrous and also more common. See what I did there? Number 2, Texas. That's all that needs to be said there. Number 3, the world is physically getting hotter in summer and colder in winter. There's a bigger range between the lows and highs, so some days it may be 40 degrees outside and other days it'll be 110 degrees. Number 4, sea level rise. This is especially bad since we live near the coast. Now, I don't know about you, but having everything I own get destroyed in a tsunami, it doesn't sound too appetizing to me. Lastly, heat waves. They're terrible, and I hate it when it's like 105 degrees and not even air conditioning can make the room feel cold. So yeah, did that convince you? Probably not, but still, if you actually do care about climate change, the unfortunate news is that as just a regular person, there's nothing you can really do to make a big difference. Unless you have close ties to the government or you're Elon Musk, it's really hard to make a noticeable impact against climate change. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. The best way for us to reduce our carbon emissions is to just use less electricity. Electricity is the biggest culprit for climate change, followed by livestock and then transportation. Personally, I've tried to unplug every device I don't use on a day-to-day basis, and whenever I don't need a light to be on, I've done my best to keep them off. So now, it's up to you. If we could somehow get all 1,000 students at Graham to use just 10% less electricity, we will be able to reduce more carbon emissions than a single person could even dream of in 1 year.
Now, it's time for a special Meme Monday segment. Here are your memes for the week. Thank you to everyone who sent in memes, and we are sorry if we couldn't include yours this week. If you would like your meme to start on Monday's announcements, send it over email to memesgram@gmail.com. Now, here are your Bear Awards for the week.
Hey everyone, this is Mr. Van Dam, and this is your week's Bear Awards. To start off, we have Miss McCaslin's class. First off, we have Joshua C. Joshua has started off trimester 3 great and is consistent with submitting his PE work. Thank you for sharing your bike rides and hiking adventures in your movement logs. Next, we have Nicholas W. Nicholas is both a great student and athlete. He's a star tennis player that is dedicated to self-improvement. Keep serving it up. Moving on to my class, we have Hector R. Hector always shares how the workouts and activities go for him. He is responsible with his classwork and practices on all his instruments to help him relax. Good job, Hector. Next, we have Sophia S. Sophia is full of energy and positivity. She is always willing to share her experience and ask questions when needed. Keep it up, Sophia. Moving on to Miss Corral's class. To start off, we have David S. Miss Corral likes the improvement and work ethic she has started to see in David last trimester. This trimester he's starting strong. Keep up the good work. Next, we have Chelsea M. After a slow start to the school year, Chelsea has stepped it up. Miss Corral is proud of the work she is turning in. She also asked clarifying questions. Last but not least, we have Mr. Brown's class. To start off, we have Nyla B. Nyla has excelled consistently in PE class. Mr. Brown does not believe she has turned in any late assignments. She is always on top of her learning, and in her free time, she enjoys reading. Great job, Nyla. And last, we have Paulo C. Paulo does excellent work. When Mr. Brown reads his fitness logs, he knows he is going to write something to put a smile on his face. No sugar challenge. Outside of school, he plays tennis and rows at a high level. Great job, Paulo. Awesome job to all of you out there. Keep putting in the hard work and doing the extra work to get your PE work completed. Keep it up.
That's all for today. Have a great day and go Bears, brought to you not so live by GMSTV.